Hey y'all, welcome to day 2 of Vlogmas. And back at the end of October, beginning of November, I went to Mexico for Dia de Muertos with Christian from House of Christian. It was an experience. Okay, so this was me like landing in Mexico. I flew from LAX to Monterrey. For whatever reason, girl, because the flight from LAX directly to Mexico City was not that long, but they broke it up into these like little small trips, little 2.5, 1.5 hour trips. I had never gotten off the airport like that. I mean, like off the plane like that. Like just walk out the stairs. That is a movie situation for me. And then they had us walking. And I'm like, okay, we're walking, but we're walking where? And we just continued to walk. There was not a lot of direction. There were no security people like, oh, this way, yeah, keep going. There was no like painted footsteps on the ground. We were just walking, following the crowd. Till eventually we got to this terminal. Just weird. And I feel like Mexico, look at DHL, familiar face. I feel like in California, Mexicans are known for their building ability, for their building expertise. And why, when I'm in your home country, the country of the builders, ain't shit being built? You feel me? Like, why did y'all airport look like this? And then I got in there. It was weird. They have like a tribute to Guns N' Roses. Mexican people love rock music and the rock and roll aesthetic. They had a Cinnabon too. They had a bunch of these little food places, Starbucks. I was semi-shocked by all the American stuff, but not too much because, we're about our money. I saw that Cinnabon, was like, boom, that's where I'm going to go. Try to get the Cinnabon. Very weird experience also because she had them in those little plastic boxes. You see them? As though there was no oven in here. So that weirded me out, but I was hungry, so I was still like, okay, I'm going to work with it. Everybody else in the line was working with it. They got their Cinnabon. They went away. She could not transfer my money. Like, she could not figure out the currency exchange. So she told me like to go next door, and I went and exchanged some currency. But by that time, I did not want the Cinnabon anymore. Like, I was irritated. I was over the whole process. I got my pesos, and I just really wanted to get out of there. Like, where's the real food at? Give me a taco plate. I exchanged, I think, $100, and this is what I got. It could have been less than $100. It was probably $20 because our money, they had a new era shop. I was very fascinated by that. And then they had this hat. I'm glad I noticed this hat and took like video of it because everybody on the street had this hat on, like people wear the LA hat in California. Very cute. My initials are TM, so I feel it. Back to the plane area. Now we're waiting for this plane that seems like it's never really going to come. And on the subject of the planes, these are like Spirit Airlines, Frontier Airlines type of planes. This building was like a bungalow for a school. And then another thing, I don't know if this is correct to say, but it felt like all of their equipment, like through security on the outside, was like old stuff from America. Like we have liquidation sales or something when we get new stuff for our airports, and they took it. So we waited in this terminal for a good 20 minutes. And then they pulled this bus up. We get on to the bus. I'm sorry, like my filming, I'm trying not to annoy people in a foreign country. But yeah, we get onto this like metro like bus, and not too scared again. You see the other people standing outside lining up to get on the plane. Just chaos. Like, why are we doing this? I'm not too freaked out about the bus to get on the plane or go to another part of the airport because they do that at LAX now. It's my least favorite part of LAX, but they do it. So I was like, okay, we're gonna get on this little bus, and it just really seemed like it was driving us around. I thought it was gonna drive us directly to our plane. But as we just kept driving and seeing other people stand outside, I knew it wasn't going to happen. So they dropped us off in this little bus bay, and we continued to walk again. And I'm like, sir, did you drive us farther from where we need to walk to? What's going on? And you see all these people again. I'm trying to film, but like not be annoying. We are walking like we're walking to jail. No, like Mexico. I want y'all to pull it together. So this was my flight from Monterrey to Mexico City. Mexico City is beautiful. Like, my goodness. I don't know what I was expecting, but I wasn't expecting this. They had like some high-tech buildings showing designs and stuff. It was like a very, very pretty city to fly into. On the ground in Mexico City, it looks peaceful at night, but in the daytime, trust me, it is jumping. Not as crowded at all as like maybe some other big cities in the world, but very crowded. Like the traffic is horrendous, but at night it's like cool, calm. You can walk around the streets by yourself. At least I did. It was chill. A lot of places close kind of early though, so there's not really much to do if you're outside like after 11 o'clock besides just walk around. You might catch like a little 7-Eleven type liquor store open, but that's really it. Overall though, Mexico, very cool city. You can like modern for the most part. There's a lot of stuff to do. They have a lot of cultural activities. Like you can go and eat like some Yucatan food. You can probably do some Aztec stuff if that's what you're into. Great time. Everybody also was very nice and hospitable. Like, I don't really speak Spanish. I'm working with 10th grade and 11th grade Spanish. Christian Spanish is better than mine, but also like not the best. Neither of us are fluent. And everywhere we went, people went out of their way to really help us and speak to us and help us find like what we were trying to find, do what we needed to do. Did not really meet one mean person. The only people that kind of like side eye you and act grumpy are the older men, which I guess is the truth in every culture on every continent. Just put them in the old folks home and get them out of the gym pop with the rest of us. We don't need that. But Mexico was really, really fun. And tomorrow, the next day, I will show y'all what I did in Mexico for the 3-ish days that I was there, because we had a great time and I would definitely go back just to kick it. And all like the danger propaganda y'all hear is just that it's propaganda. I was out there. Nobody cared about me. I had a great time.